Hello and welcome to the second episode of our podcast series, Got 5 Minutes, where we explore something new in the fintech space in less than 5 minutes of your time. So, got 5 minutes? Great. Let's talk digital originations. This is Azmeen Ansar, Marketing Manager at CredoLab, and today I have with me Jarrod McElhinney, Head of Client Solutions, ADEPT Decisions. Hi Jarrod, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, Azmeen. It's lovely to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
So let's get at it. The first question that I have for you is, what exactly is digital originations? Is it something new that's cropped up now, or has it always been around, but that's something just people haven't been talking about too much?
Well, digital originations effectively refers to the ability to streamline the customer experience and allow customers to come in, apply through a digital channel, whether it be a mobile or through the internet, and without any real manual intervention, to get them right through the process, make it snappy, fast, to delight the customer effectively. Now, this has been around for some time, but it's a continually evolving methodology. It's also quite difficult and quite historically expensive for organizations to actually get involved in the digitalization journey, particularly if they come from an older approach of getting people through the door, filling in paper application forms and doing manual assessments. That journey can be quite challenging to get in, but it's obviously increasingly important in the COVID world.
All right, so how are CredoLab and ADEPT coming together to solve these challenges now and actually make it easier for businesses to successfully apply and implement digital originations?
So what we're looking to do is make the two most difficult parts of the equation easier for clients to interface. So the first of those is the gathering of data for doing the assessment. As I said, smaller organizations that are used to doing manual assessments don't have access to a lot of rich data that is predictive of customer performance that can automatically be used. And by means of the CredoLab scores, which are based on non-traditional mobile usage data, they have a fantastically powerful tool that they can then use to assess customers' risk. So that's the one side of the equation. The second side is, it's great to have a powerful score, but if you don't have a mechanism for actually automating it and testing your strategy and making sure that you accept the right people, that score is not particularly useful. So what ADEPT Decisions have done has put the decision engine wrapper around it. It's fed automatically from CredoLab through the scores, all the information that's captured, all the decisioning is put in there in a way that is under the control of the risk manager. So it solves a couple of problems that organizations will have with digitalization in a very sleek and quick to implement manner.
All right, so talking about the upcoming webinar that ADEPT Decisions and CredoLab are hosting, what can our listeners expect to take away from it, or why, according to you, should they join it?
So one of the things that I'm really excited about with this upcoming webinar is that we have Deb Banerjee joining us from Axion. Now, listeners will probably be aware that Axion is involved throughout the emerging markets, helping organizations with their financial inclusion initiatives. And as part of this, digitalization plays a very important part of that journey. He has experience in the space. What he'll be able to do is bring the use cases and maybe help it sit at home for what the solution is that we're offering. And so while he provides that from maybe more from the client, the organization perspective, CredoLab and ADEPT Decisions will be talking more from the solution standpoint and exactly how that all works. So when you put that all together, I think the webinar will give a good end-to-end holistic view of the whole piece.
All right. So with that, we come to an end of our podcast episode. Thank you so much again, Jarrod, for joining us. Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you so much for having me, Yasmin, and I'm really looking forward to the webinar next week.
Yes, and to all our listeners, we will be attaching the link for you to go ahead and register yourself for the webinar along with this podcast. So please go ahead, check it out there and sign up. Also, keep an eye out for our next episode, and until then, take care and stay safe. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye.